Hey, you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel. And
Woo,
today,
woo.
we are here to talk about Canada's Drag Race, Season 3, Episode 6. But before we get into it, I have to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all been showing us so much love, and we truly do appreciate it. So continue to join this family and let these numbers grow, honey. Let them grow. So, what did we
Woo.
what did we think of this week's episode of Canada?
Trying to remember it.
The branding marketing challenge of the makeup.
Oh, yeah, that thing. That was interesting.
This was a good episode. I'm so happy that episode 6 broke the even number curse for me because I didn't care for episode 2, didn't care for
Yep.
episode 4, but I
Mm-hmm.
really enjoyed episode 6, honey. Honestly, this was one of the better episodes of the season.
It was one of the better episodes.
Yeah, I was thoroughly entertained. There really wasn't too much tomfoolery, to be honest with you. I think I agreed with everything. We'll as we discuss, we'll see. You never know when I look at
Mm-hmm.
it. But honey, let's go ahead and get to talking about it. So let me go ahead and share this here screen. So right after Kimmy sent home Lady Boom Boom, she got to wipe off the mirror message. They come over and I had to get this shot of Bombay taking the air out of her balloons. I thought that was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
And, they congratulate Kimmy for winning the lip sync and saying
Mm-hmm.
how she was doing a great job. And they were talking about how she sent home a front runner in Lady Boom Boom. And Jada Hudson was a little confused on why people were thinking Lady Boom Boom was a front runner and she wasn't. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Jada, did you not have to lip sync twice? Yeah, you got you a challenge win, honey, but you've had to lip sync twice
Right.
in 5 episodes because this was at the beginning of this one. You lip synced twice, and you want us
Mm-hmm.
to think you're a front runner? Win a couple more challenges, and maybe you could be considered a front runner again. Maybe, but yeah, that kind of threw me off. I'm like, Jada, are we living in a town of delusion?
Oh no, not another one.
I'm gonna say I live in that town from time to time, so But yeah, they
Right?
congratulated Gisele for winning her second challenge in a row. I still don't particularly like her, but she did do a great job last week. So we come into the workroom, and everyone's sitting here talking about how the Snatch game went and how they're super excited for this week. And Vivian, they are playing with my girl's mental state. You saw it when they get at the end when they announced Fierce as the winner.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell they are messing with my girl's mental state, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't do that to my sis. Don't do that to her, okay? This is when Jada said it. This is when Jada said she was a front runner. And I'm like, yeah, you have a challenge win, and some queens don't, but you've also been in the bottom twice. So to me, that cancels out your win.
Right.
Just being honest. So Bombay also was talking about how she feels like she's falling behind in this competition. And I forget
Mm-hmm.
who, but somebody gave her some great advice. Don't do what you think the judges want to see. Just go out there and do you.
Right.
And I don't think she fully understands that because even a little further ahead, but her commercial just didn't hit. And it seemed like
No,
she was doing
yeah.
everything they wanted her to do instead of what she wanted to do. That's the whole thing about this show. Be yourself. Don't come in here and
Mhm.
try to be the next ABCD queen. Come in here and be yourself. Be the first you.
Right.
And hopefully Bombay will understand that, and hopefully we'll get more. We'll get into that. But RuPaul shows up in this lovely outfit again, but with a different wig and earrings.
And bra.
And Tracy walks in this lovely jumpsuit, honey. I was like, okay. I'm like, well,
Mm-hmm.
what time is the disco, honey? I'm ready. Where we going?
She's like, oh, it's only 8 a.m.
Yeah, it's 8 a.m. Let me just pull this out for y'all real quick,
Full
but
hair and makeup.
just a little bit. Just a little bit. So
You see
Tracy
her
announces that they're
microphone in
gonna be
her
doing
ear.
them. Say that again.
I said, you see her microphone in her ear.
So Tracy announced that the mini challenge this week, they're going to do group photos. And I thought this was really funny. I'm like, this is a cute mini challenge. And I thought each team did a great job. Like these three worked well together, which was Vivian, Miss Fierce, and Kimmy. Like this, this was so funny. These two right here were a hoot and a half. Irma and Bombay. Oh my goodness, they were a hoot and a half. I'm like, this is too funny, too funny. And then of course Jada and Gisele. Again, all three teams did an amazing job here. But Tracy announces that the winner is Jada Hudson, and I'm like, wait a minute. I thought the team was going to win, not just one person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Jada, like I said, everybody did great. So like, I wouldn't have been mad at anybody was announced as the winner. You know what I'm saying? But Jada won. And we find out that this week's Maxi challenge is a branding challenge where they have to sell you a makeup palette that represents who they are. So Tracy was the director for it. And this is a quick setup of what it looked like. Oh, this is not a great screenshot of Vivian. And I'm sorry, sister. I'm sorry. I didn't realize how bad that screenshot was. But let's get to the main stage. And we're starting off with Brooklyn Heights.
She said, let's dance the last dance. So let's dance the last dance tonight.
And I will stand 2 toes down that Scarlett won that lip sync. I have defended that lip sync forever. And everybody's, no, won. No, she didn't. Scarlett won that because she danced. No, but she was entertaining. And she gave me everything that I needed in that moment. But anyway, speaking of season 11, let's get back to Brooklyn. This look is amazing.
Yes.
Is amazing.
That is her color. That and puce.
It looks real good on her. And I love this wig. I love this wig, honey. Brad was here. Tracy was here. And we had our special guest judge, May Pang. Loved her. She's a makeup artist. Love her. But baby, look at that tattoo on her head. I know that had to hurt. Ooh.
Heartthrob.
Ooh, I know that hurt. I bet your heart was throbbing. I bet it was. I bet it was. Because baby, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. But the category.
She's got them all over her head.
I know. I couldn't do it. The category is paint. And also, Tracy said in the workroom, we're also going to be looking at your makeup because obviously it's the makeup branding. So we're going to really pay attention in on your makeup as well. So the category is paint. And when I heard that, I'm like, oh, there's so many different ways you can go with this category. And, even because, usually I would pause and, sit and ponder and put my little noodle on it and think about what would I do. But since there's so many seasons of Drag Race, I stopped doing that. Give us time where there's only 1 or 2, possibly 3 airing at one time. I can go back to doing that. But yeah, I was just sitting there.
And I was never prepared.
And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, I wonder what I would have done with paint. I'm like, I probably would have recreated some form of painting, knowing me. I would have found a cute painting and be like, oh, I'll recreate that. But let's get into it. First, we had Vivian Vanderpuss. Yes.
That's good.
Oh, this was so good. Now, yes. I didn't like the reveal. When it turned into this, I'm like, oh, no. But this, oh, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, with all the ham and some extra turkey, okay? Live for this. That, no.
Not so much.
No. What did you think about it?
It's a good look. Again, it looks like octopus coming down after the reveal, but other than that, it's a good look.
Up next is Irma Gerd and Irma Gerd. This is so good.
Yes, it's giving color by numbers. That stupid app everybody downloads on their phone when they're bored.
I recognize the reference. I'm like, oh, I love it. And look at the necklace. It's the paint. Oh, this was so good. This was so good. So, Irma. You and Vivian have been showing out these past few episodes. Now, granted, not in your commercial, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But they've been showing out on this runway these past few weeks. Woo! I had to get a close up. Like, amazing. Up next is Bombay. Beautiful.
Yes, this is gorgeous.
Oh, hold on. I got another one. Oh! This.
You know, Holly is something I have only recently, mostly because, you know, I'm a teacher and I deal with a lot of students that come from this region. And like Holly comes up in like the end of February, mid-March. And I'm like, we should do this on a Friday. Just go out with the paints, have the parents send them with a white shirt and some pants they really don't care about.
Yeah.
And just let them just go wild, throwing the paint at each other and at the teachers.
That would be really
I am the arts and crafts person. Like at some point in time, they're gonna be like, LaCresha, we don't want you in special ed anymore. You're just gonna be the art teacher.
Well, honey, let's speak it, honey. Let's
because that was, in all honesty, they didn't say anything to me. And I think it was more or less because I was doing okay in special ed before we had all of our administration changes. They were considering me for the art position. They just didn't say anything to me before, but they were like, yeah, we thought maybe we would. I don't think they thought they were going to have art. And I'm just like, I really wish you'd have been like, Cashapp, you want to do arts and crafts? And I'm like, yeah. Because I think I did like the best job over the summer when I did summer school, because it was like, okay, yeah, sure, we watched a bunch of videos and stuff like that, and I catered everything to the kids and their attention spans. But they loved the tie-dye at the end of the year. And then I let them tie-dye something for me. I'm like, here's a shirt, here's some shoes, have at it. I have one shoe that's really, really good, and then one shoe that like, and the funny thing is, like, the second graders did the really good shoe, and the fourth graders did the really, really ugly shoe. So I was like, I'm gonna wear it anyway.
Yes. But Bombay did an amazing job, and
yes,
this is amazing, and I would love for you to be able to pull that off at your job if you could.
Oh my God.
What happened? There we go.
You did that again.
I don't know what I'm clicking that's making it do that. Up next is Jada. This was so good.
Yes.
I wish it touched the ground.
Yes.
But other than that, amazing. I love the story. Like, it's just,
I love the fact that she's got on a real shoe. I'm just saying, because a lot of our plus size queens, and I understand ankles, because trust me, mine are not that strong. I'm working on it. I've been sitting here walking around on my tiptoes all weekend for whatever reason.
I naturally walk on my tiptoes. I have to catch myself and be like, Desmond, flat. You're already tall enough.
You do walk on your tiptoes.
I catch myself be like, flat, Desmond. You're already tall enough. Flat. But yeah,
that might be an extension thingy for your Achilles tendon is tight.
But I thought this was amazing.
Yes, I loved it. I teared up.
I want to see more of this, Jada, because you know you've been hit and miss on the runway this season. Give us more of this, honey. I lived.
Yes.
Next is Gisele Lullaby. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yes.
A piece of art down the runway. I love.
Literally a piece of art, giving us very, very, green Pablo Picasso.
Honestly, this is what saved her, because I truly felt like she should have lip synced. But this right here, this right here is what saved her.
Yes.
Up next is Miss Fierce Alicia's. Yes, ma'am. Baby, I am turning into a Fierce Alicia stan, and I don't know why.
Because she said, I'm finally going to show up.
These past few weeks, she's really been doing it for me. She really has. And like this look, oh, hold on, wait. I got the sign shot. Oh, come through.
You know what's really funny is I've seen this painting a lot.
Same.
Didn't necessarily know what it was referencing. So as I'm watching this, YouTube algorithm for some weird reason was like, oh, you want to know the deep dark secrets behind this painting?
Oh Lord! Without getting too dark, what happened?
It's nothing dark. Let's
Oh, okay.
just say it's a picture story of infidelity.
Okay, we're going to go into detail about that when we get off this thing because I am intrigued. But love this. Amazing job, Fierce. Oh, I got another one. I didn't realize I got one.
Mm-hmm. And the point.
The point. Brooklyn pointed that out. The point.
Yes.
Up next is Kimmy Couture.
Yeah.
You know, they read this, but I'm like, I like the look. Yes, the makeup was not what it was, but I like the look. I was really confused on why they were reading her for the look.
I think because Bombay came out in something spectacular that looks similar.
Oh no, but I liked it. I liked it. Honestly, this is like the second runway in a row that Canada has like completely killed it. So I have to give them props there. So who has your favorite look of the episode?
Oh Lord, it's hard because I see three looks that I just really, really love.
I see so many that I just really love.
Okay, now four. I'm really just sitting here looking at it. I'm gonna have to go with the one that really just I gasped when I saw it. Because see, I did that for two of them. I'm gonna have to go with Bombay, even though I know what happened to her later on in the episode.
Oh, honey, that don't matter if that's your favorite. That's your favorite. I'm torn between Bombay as well and Miss Fierce Alicious.
Mm-hmm.
So since you chose Bombay,
You're gonna
I'm gonna
choose
choose Fierce Alicious so that they both can be the top looks of the week, honey. Because they both slay, but also Jada, also Irma, Vivian, Gisele. It's just they all did so good.
Mm-hmm. This has been a really, really tough season because they're all really good
when it comes to the
queens.
runway, they're always doing amazing here on Canada. They are
These are really good freaking queens.
Yes.
And it makes it really hard to choose.
Yes. So let's go quickly over their commercials. Oh, first was Vivian's. I thought she did an amazing job.
And she did, and that looks like a CoverGirl like campaign to me.
A lot of these did. Maybe,
yes.
Maybe because we watched a lot of Top Model. That
yes.
Might be what it is.
Yes. Yes, because I was like, oh, look at her with the top model CoverGirl pose.
Yeah. This is giving very Top Model. But one thing I really enjoyed about her commercial, she's the only one that got the names of her pilot in there. Like each shade, she got the names in there. And I'm like, and it didn't seem forced. It was very entertaining. Baby, I'm a cat mom too. Okay. No, I'm not, but I could be one day.
Right. I got offered one by a coworker because his
I've been offered so many, and I'm like, ooh, if my pet deposit wasn't so high.
That part. I was told we weren't allowed pets, but I see a whole bunch of people with pets.
Oh.
And then they ask you on the form when you need like maintenance done, do you have a pet? Mm-hmm. I love the CoverGirl, but they were right about this one. It does cover up her eyeshadow. And so it's like, what was the point?
Yeah, I felt like, and plus that weird bottom lash, she does that a lot. Like, just no, but yeah.
If this was a lipstick ad, this would have been good for a lipstick ad.
It would have been. I agree. We really can't see the eyeshadow. It's a lovely photo. In the commercial, it was okay. Mm-hmm. But compared to all the amazing ones we got, I was like, oh, this was just okay. It's okay. Up next is Bombay. Her commercial was a struggle.
Her commercial was a struggle. I don't think she should have put her hands in this photo.
Yeah, I think she's the only one, in my opinion, that truly bombed the challenge. Mm-hmm.
Everybody, I knew that as soon as she decided she wanted to drop.
Oh, that did her last girl. Get off these people's floor. This is not the moment for a dip, honey. Not a moment. Up next is Jada Hudson. Baby,
Jada gave you full on beautiful cover girl.
this shot is everything. Oh,
Like this was cover girl for colored girls. I love it.
it was so good. The commercial, it was okay.
Yeah.
Like I was entertained. It wasn't boring, but it for it to be a branding challenge, it's very much her brand. This is what Jada has brought, but it's just like it's not elevated. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see
Right.
the next level of the turn up. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen the turn up several times, and I've enjoyed the turn up most of the turn up. But yeah, I felt like she did a good job still, and this photo is amazing, amazing. Up next is Gisele Lullaby. She struggled as well. It wasn't as bad as
This would have been good, but you can't see the eyeshadow a lot.
yeah, it wasn't as bad as Bombay's, but she still struggled. She had a few moments that I was like, okay, this is good. Okay, I see it. But overall, you could tell she was really struggling with this challenge. She really was.
Pierce said, "What? Me?
She says,
I got you.
baby.
I will give you all the Tyra Banks.
Baby, I got 250,000 TikTok followers for a reason, honey. I know how to sell, honey. I imagine she's done plenty of partnerships. And her commercial was the only commercial felt like it could have literally aired on TV. Like I could have saw that on television. That's how great that commercial was. This photo, the commercial, like this was her moment.
She's giving you full Tyra Banks smizing right now.
And I was worried because, watching her doing the commercial, I'm like, ooh, this might be a struggle. But baby, that final product and this photo here, she did an amazing job. Best commercial of the night. Best commercial. And then we had Kimmy Couture. I liked her commercial, but she seemed very robotic in it. Did you get that vibe from her?
Yeah.
It was like this.
Here's my eyeshadow palette. It is so great. It has these colors. It is like this.
Yeah, like it was a cute commercial, but I'm like, girl, relax a little bit, honey, relax. But this photo, great. We know what she's selling. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, because it's a nice light lash. You can see through it.
Yeah. So Brooklyn announced that Miss Fierce Delicious is the winner of this week's challenge. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I do as well, wholeheartedly. And our bottom two is Ermagerd and Bombay. Do you agree with this bottom two placement?
I don't know. Ermagerd should have been there.
Yeah. I thought when I first watched the commercials, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be Gisele and it's gonna be Bombay. But I think because Gisele and Irma both did an amazing job, and so did Bombay. But Bombay completely bombed. Okay. So like I think like I said earlier, I really feel like Gisele's runway is what saved her. Because I think I enjoyed Irma's more than I enjoyed Gisele's. But that runway Gisele did was amazing. So yeah, I think I agree. I personally would have put Gisele and Bombay up here. But like I understand why Irma's here too. I get it.
Right.
So they lip sync to Table Dancer by Keisha Shanti. And I added this onto my playlist too. So what do we think of this lip sync?
It was good. I'm still, what killed Bombay in this lip sync? Because she was turning it out. What killed her was she kept pulling that stupid top up. And I'm like, let it fall. Just let it fall and enjoy yourself.
My thing is, honestly, with a song like this, she could have kept that dress on and twirled the house down. If she would have played that dress the right way, honey, she could have ate up Irma.
Yep, because she sure could have pulled a jinx.
Especially with the song, she could have ate up just twirling and giving, like she could have really done something with that. So when she took it off, I'm like, no, because when I started hearing the beat of the song, I'm like, oh, Bombay can twirl to this. And I can imagine that her just flying up and just, no, she took it off. She took it off. But yeah, I think Bombay did an amazing job, but that top was her inner saboteur. It was.
Yes.
And she was
It's
trying.
like I understood why you took it off because you wanted to do the dips and flips and kicks and all that other stuff, but you didn't do nothing until like almost the very end.
Yeah.
And you could have kept it on, did all the twirls, did all the swirls and everything else, use that dress to your advantage, and then at the very end just ripped it off, did whatever flips and kicks you were going to do, and then stood there like bam.
And then this cartwheel, honey, she tried to do that. When she did that, I'm like, yeah, she going home. She going to
I'm
the
glad
house.
I'm not the only one who saw that and was like, what the hell?
But I gotta say, Miss Irma, baby, she was, for her not to be able to dance, honey, she was up there giving a little one too. It was cute.
She said, I'm not going home today.
And
Mm-hmm.
oh, this dip she tried to do at the end here was not cute. But
It didn't work in the commercial. I don't know why she thought it was going to work here.
yeah. But the judges decided that Irma Gurr is going to stay in the competition. Did you agree with this decision?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
That meant I lost one, but
Yeah, I agree. Bombay wasn't in my top. I don't remember who I had in my top, but I'll pull it up here at the end.
I think I've lost two.
You think you've lost two? Well, I'm gonna pull it up. But yeah, unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to Bombay, and she was so sad, honey. So
Yes.
it really hurt my spirit seeing her upset like this. But honestly, I can see her being one of those queens to come back immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So like if they offered her like a versus, or if Canada gets their own version of All Stars, I can see her coming back immediately. And with that
Right.
little time, I feel like she could be one of them queens who can come back and just you know.
Right. I'm gonna need Priyanka to take this baby up under her wing. And to be completely honest, what I think is going to happen, I really think Brooklyn is going to take Priyanka under her wing. I mean, Bombay under her wing because she took Priyanka under her wing because Bombay's got the personality, which was
Personality.
why I put her in my top three. She's just not very polished, and she's still trying to figure out who she is.
Yeah, you see that especially in this episode. She's still trying to figure out who she is as a drag queen. So yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Brooklyn could take that and mold her and kind of make her who she needs to be
Yeah.
for herself. Because Brooklyn took Priyanka, and Priyanka had lots of personality.
Mm-hmm.
Priyanka was kind of sort of set as a queen, but once Brooklyn took her under her wing, it just solidified it for Priyanka, and it was like bet. And Priyanka has taken off. So I really think Brooklyn needs to like mother Bombay just a little bit and just be like, okay, look, let's fix this makeup because it's close but not quite there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this style together because it's close, just not quite there.
Mm-hmm. So I pulled up our top threes.
Mm-hmm.
You now have one queen remaining.
I said I lost two.
Jada Shada Hudson. You lost Chaos in Bombay. I still have Vivian and Jada Shada Hudson. So I'm looking pretty good so far. We're getting towards the end of the competition. This was episode 6, so we only got 4 more to go. So we're coming in towards the end. But Bombay had to say goodbye. And next week we're gonna be doing Squirrel Trip, the Rusical. I was wondering if they were going to do a musical because I really thought they did that duets thing earlier this season to get out of doing a musical. But no, they're doing one. I'm like, okay, all right, let's do it, honey. Let's do it. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this episode. It broke the curse of the even numbers for this season for me, and I'm super appreciative for that because, like I said, love these queens. Love these queens.
Yes.
But we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Cretia, where can they find you on the social medias?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDSMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow with Secret Celebrity. Ooh. It's not too much of a secret anymore.